Hello everyone, I'm Will Terrell, and welcome to this video. Today I'm working on a sketch that it's of a couple that I saw at the grocery store last week. Amber and I were taking a lunch break and we decided to go sketch, and this couple walked up. Actually, the woman walked up first, and she goes to order her food at the counter, and she was one of the loudest, most obnoxious sounding people I'd ever heard. And she comes up, and not even like a minute after she orders her food, she comes up to the employee and she yells, "Oh my God, is this my food?" And the employee says no, and she says, "Good, because it's completely wrong." Oh man. And so when she finally gets her food, she turns around and her husband comes rolling up in the cart, and he looks so just miserable and dejected, and just a complete dichotomy, you know, between these two people. It's pretty funny. But she grabs the plate of food and she just tosses it in the basket, and it like spills everywhere. It was really funny. Anyways, I only had like a minute for each person to sketch this drawing though, because Amber was in a hurry to go. So the pencil sketch was done really quick, and then as you can see, I'm adding marker. I think it's getting to the point where I need to buy new markers though, because they're all dried out, and my magic trick of adding alcohol to the markers seems to only work 4 or 5 times before the markers finally just die. So I'm looking at buying a new set, either of Copics or a new set of Prisma markers. We'll see. So I actually don't know what I'm going to talk about in this video, so we'll see what comes out of it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I guess I should start off with saying I just passed 11,000 subscribers. I completely missed the 10,000 subscriber video. Yay, you know. I meant to do a video for it, but it was like right in the middle of deadline weekend. But I'm so excited to have so many subscribers. I can't, I'm just humbled. And I get so many emails and comments from you guys, and I can't thank you enough. It's amazing. I'm glad you guys like watching these videos. And I hope you're not getting tired of the people sketching videos. I plan to do other ones. These are just easy to do because I'm just coloring stuff that I would be doing anyways, and then talking over it, you know, when I get a free minute or two. Yeah, so I hope you're not getting tired of these talking people sketching videos. What's weird about this sketch is I was trying, the last few sketches I've done, I'm trying to color without using lines, and I got pretty far into this without using any lines, but I was feeling kind of rusty, and I think that I panicked at the end, and I'm like, oh, it's not quite working. So I ended up adding a little bit of black lines to clean everything up a little bit. It's an interesting challenge, drawing without lines. Sometimes I can get it to work, and sometimes not. So I guess I'll answer a few questions I've gotten recently. A question I keep getting from people is, how do you draw from your head versus how do you draw what you see? And I never really realized that this was a problem until the last few years, because when I started out drawing, I only drew from what was in my head, and my drawings always looked a little weird and a little wonky. I could never get it to look lifelike or photorealistic, but because I had never practiced drawing what I saw. And the benefit to that was, even though my drawings looked weird, I could draw whatever I wanted. You know, I would just make stuff up. And I was sort of creating my own visual language because of that. But not all artists learn how to draw that way. In fact, most artists learn how to draw by copying photographs, or by copying other people's drawings, or by drawing from real life. And those are good ways to learn how to draw, but you will end up getting frustrated in the end because you can't draw from your own imagination. And the reason for that is you need to create your own visual language in order to be able to communicate what you want to from your own imagination. And it's just like learning a language, learning how to write or learning how to read, learning how to speak. You have to learn the type of language that everyone else in the world understands, like what the letters of the alphabet look like, or what the letters, or what numbers look like, and then you have to learn how to put them in the right order so that they make words and phrases that communicate to other people. And visual language is the exact same thing. You need to learn what an eye looks like, and you need to learn what a nose looks like, and you need to learn what a mouth looks like, and then you need to put them all together into a sentence, or in this case, into a person, in order for other people to understand what it looks like. And the rest of that is just it's basically developing your own calligraphy, your own handwriting, and that's sort of like a style choice. The way that you put your visual language on paper, and some people like other people's handwriting better, and so on and so forth. So if you're frustrated that you can't draw things from your own imagination, but you're decent at drawing from photographs or from other people's sketches, what do you do about that? Okay, here's what you do. If you are drawing from reference, there's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and draw from reference, but then put the reference away and draw from your memory. Draw what you just drew, and you're not going to like it. Especially at first, it's not going to look exactly like the photograph or that person's sketch that you just copied. But that's the point. Is you're slowly building up your own visual language based off of what you just copied. And I've found that when artists do that, when they, if they've always copied other people's stuff, the more you do that, the more frustrated you get that you can't come up with something that looks as good. So you need to make that leap, and this is how you do it. But I was about to say, I found that most artists, as soon as they start drawing from their memory of what they just did, and they're not looking at reference anymore, it actually looks better than copying it, because it's got more energy to it. You're not just trying to get all the lines right, you are putting it all together into something that has more energy. So yeah, if that's what you're frustrated with, that's what you need to do. And then the opposite's also important. If you've never drawn from reference, you only draw from your own imagination, your drawings look weird. I can guarantee it. There's something off about them, and it's because you haven't learned how to refine your work into a pleasing manner. And so there is something to be said about reproducing other people's work. There's something to be said about drawing from life. I mean, you see how often I draw people in real world situations, and it's important because the way that somebody stands and the way that they walk is unique to every individual. You almost never see people, when you look around a room, you never see people sitting the exact same way. You never see them stand the same way or walk the same way. Everybody has unique aspects to their own personality. And so me filling up a sketchbook with all these different unique personalities is what gives my characters their life. And when I take that and turn it into a comic book or a storyboard, that's why they've people respond to them, and if you look at my comment sections in these videos, you'll see a lot of people say, "Hey, that looks like my teacher or my cousin." It looks like somebody that they're reminded of, and that's the best compliment I can get as an artist, because there's something I captured, something that reflects real life to other people. So if your drawings are, if you're frustrated that your drawings from your own imagination aren't very clean. They're, a little bit off. That's probably what it is you need to draw from reference more. You need to draw from real life more. And don't become a slave to it. Practice reproducing reference and then put it away and draw from your memory. You need both sides of those skill sets in order to be really accomplished artist. So, yeah. I hope that helped. I think this kind of leads into how do you... Another question I get pretty regularly is, how do you find your own style? And honestly, I don't think style is something you need to be worrying about. It's not something that you do intentionally, I don't think. Like I remember being a young artist and thinking, I gotta find my own style. That's what makes people successful. And I guess in a way it is what makes people successful. That's what makes them stand out. But it's not something that you do intentionally. It's like, you can make decisions, but really all style is I'd heard a teacher told me once that style is what you get when you can't do it right. And it made me really mad when I first heard that, but the more I've developed as an artist, the more I believe that. And it's not in a derogatory way, though, at least to me. It's sort of like you have to learn how to do things right, and before you can learn how to break the rules. And for me, like, these drawings here are not lifelike. They have, sort of lifelike aspects to it, but they're not drawn correctly. They're drawn, I'm breaking all kinds of rules in order to get the effect I want with my drawings. But I had to learn what the rules were in order to know why they were important. And then once I've, kind of figured out the rules I needed to, I sort of threw out the ones that I didn't feel like fit what I wanted to do with my drawings, if that makes sense. So it sort of, it became a decision eventually, but not in the pursuit of a style. It was just kind of, I just don't like doing it this way. I have, making funny drawings of people makes me laugh, and so I'm just more interested in doing those. But yeah, I think that making it a goal to find your own style is probably not a good goal. You'd be better off trying to figure out how to do things right. Take figure drawing classes and read books, whatever you can, in order to learn all the rules you need in order to do drawings and do them well. But don't get caught up in how do I get a style? It's not like you can order a catalog from Canada or something and pick out style number 5372 from page 400 of the style catalog. It just doesn't work that way. For me, I just try and have fun with my drawings, and the style comes out of that, but I don't know. Okay, I think we're pretty close to the end of this sketch. I really like how this old man turned out. I like his floppy ears, and I really like how the whole mouth area turned out. Yeah. So yeah, I hope this video helped. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know what you think. Maybe like and subscribe, or leave a comment in the videos. And thanks for watching. Keep smiling. Marty, stop interrupting. Shh.